Why, hello and welcome back to another vlog video. I was about to say, welcome back to another ALB video there, but that'd be the wrong playlist. eh, I'm going to apologise if I seem a bit more scatterbrained today than I normally am. I've not had a lot of sleep the last few days, and I done like 6 hours overtime at work this week, which I'm not moaning about, I'm not complaining about it. I quite enjoyed it actually, just doing like an 18-hour shift, which I had to sign a bit of paperwork to say that I was going to do. And then only getting like 3 hours sleep in 2 nights is not ideal. But it is what it is, I'm still here, I'm still on the go. My partner's at work at the moment, so I've got the house to me and the two puppers, which are both lying in their sort of individual sort of sleeping areas just now. The pup still likes his cage, so she takes a sleep in there, and Nico's taking over the couch, so yeah. Well, there's not really too much to say in this one, if I'm honest, like, nothing exciting's really happened. I know I keep saying, I really need to start writing a script for these, but that's not as simple as it sounds with, obviously, the camera I've got, because I need to find somewhere to put the script or put the notes instead of just being on the screen, because that would be look away all the time. And then there's the time of actually making a script for these, like, just taking notes of things. But, no, it's been a good week at work. The 18-hour shift, I was quite surprised how easily I got through that, if I'm honest. Because obviously, I thought I'd come to the end of my shift and be like, oh, I want to go home, yeah. No, I'd done the extra time, and even at the end, I only really finished then, because I had to take my partner to work. So, even at that, I could have carried on for another few hours, if I dare say. Well, that's not to say I wasn't getting tired, I was, but I reckon a coffee or two would have seen me through another few hours. I could have made it like a 20-hour shift or something like that. I don't know what the maximum time is you can do in one sitting at work. But it was good. Had a wee shot of just about every machine in work this week. Because, we've been having issues with some of them. But it's mechanical faults, you can't help that. But, no, all in all, it's been a good week. The car I'm keeping as a surprise, I've been running that this week, it's been running good. It's almost time to reveal that, I think. I mean, you know it's a car, if you've been following my vlogs, you have seen a picture of them. But, apart from that, I'm not saying much. Well, you'd have seen a picture of the headlights of it. But apart from that, I'm not saying much, I'm not giving anything away for it. So, not too much to say really at this precise moment in time about that much. I'm still trying to get on with things in the house and reorganise them. I do fancy trying to make a wee bit of a studio in my house for doing these films or making these videos. You know, I mean, I've got my computer desk here behind me and things like that, but when it comes to camera and that, I keep having to set up, take it down, yada yada yada, back and forth with it. Where I think it'd be quite interesting or quite handy just to have somewhere could have it like more permanently set up or have a bit more space for setting up. Because at the moment I've sort of walked around the dogs and the computer desk, and I've filmed this in my living room, which is where my computer is, which cramps up my living room a fair bit, so I'm sort of thinking, can I reorganise something a bit better, and yeah, hopefully in the next wee while that will happen. We'll take it as it comes. You know, even if I just have like a small table here, just for the laptop or something, I can do some of the work from there, and just have like a wee area set up, like a wee workspace for the rest of it somewhere else. So yeah, there is all these plans ongoing in the house at the moment, but is what it is, if that makes sense. I think the only real problem I'd have with that is the way I've got some of the rest of my house set up and try to do, like, my weekend sort of housework might be a bit problematic, but we can only but cross that bridge as and when it comes to it. So, in saying that, it's only a possibility at the moment. Now, if you've been following my channel, you've probably noticed this weekend and last weekend, there's been more videos uploaded than normal. I think I've done a grand total of 6 videos in the last 2 weeks, which is quite time consuming on its own. And if all goes according to plan, there'll be 3 again next week as well, which is the run up to Christmas, which is making things really tight because I've still got some Christmas shopping to do. But there's no promises that there's going to be 3 next week. That's just if all goes according to plan, because I've still got another AOB Patch Club and another AOB box waiting to be filmed. And I'm still waiting on a delivery of 2 at the moment. Yeah, 2 at the moment, which would be October's and November's. But October's is running late. November's hasn't arrived yet. But they always arrive a month later than you'd think if you don't get them. Like, January's always comes in February's in March in April, so on and so forth. So they always arrive the month after. So, although we're behind in October's, I've got September sitting when to be filmed. I'm sure it's September's anyway. I am still waiting for October's to turn up, but hopefully that is on its way. If not, hopefully it'll be sent out soon. Because I might keep that and film it and upload it for Christmas. Because obviously it'd be something a wee bit different just for Christmas Day. And it'd be a sort of Merry Christmas and a bit of a final hurrah at the moment as well, because I am thinking of ending the OB videos. And what I'm going to replace them with, I don't really know as a regular playlist at the moment. I might go back to my vape and booze reviews. That's if I can find vape oils and booze to do enough. So it might just be a once a month type thing. Because I do have plenty of vapes kicking around. I do. Mustache here. I do have plenty of vapes kicking about to do loads of different types of oils. I could do mouth to lung like this one, or direct to lung, which I do have a direct to lung vape there, but unfortunately at the moment its batteries are on charge. So I could go back to doing something like that, just for a laugh. Craig gave me an idea for a playlist, but I'd want to get a few videos made for that and put into storage sort of before I start trying to do them every month, because they would be difficult to try and actually do. There'd be a lot of work involved in them as well. I mean, they could take a day, maybe 2, maybe a week to themselves. So I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, I'm not saying I've got a release date for them. I'm going to try them out. I might try and film a dozen videos and see how they do. And yeah, take it from there. If they seem to go well and they pull in some extra views, I can go on with them. But until then, it's just an idea. I am working on the first one already. I'm writing a script up for that on the computer when I get the chance. So yeah, there will be a script for that one, but hopefully I can have the script sitting somewhere and actually record to it at the same time. Well, write the script and then get the recording done sort of all at the same sort of time. It is going to be a bit more difficult, and I am hoping after Christmas and New Year, along with the sort of everything else going on, I'm hoping to buy a new camera for recording with. Because the camera I've got just now is a Canon EOS 100D, something like that. And the problem is the screen always faces the back of it. I wouldn't mind having one where I could pull the screen around and rotate it so I can see what the camera sees, as I'm recording. And not just that, a couple of new lenses would be nice for it as well. Because even with my small lens on it now, I have to sort of hold it a bit further back because of the sort of zoom on it, so a bit of a smaller lens than even what I've got would be nice. Yeah, it could be worse. That's my bigger lens. I could only have that, which would mean the camera would need to sit well back. But that's not to say the lenses I've got are bad, it's not to say the camera's bad, they're actually pretty good. Just not ideal for what I'm doing. There's loads of things I could say I need, like this, that, the next thing, but it's all just projects at the moment, like ideas, things I could do with it in the future. Now, something someone did say to me, and it was a bit of a laugh with them, because they were sort of saying, it was a debate we were having about energy drinks, because they drink a set brand of energy drink, but they don't class as an energy drink. So, I'm not going to say any names. I always have this laugh with them that, I'll say, I'm getting a tinny this, tinny that, whatever, tinny juice. And they'll go, oh, you're still drinking that crap? It's like, oh, yeah, I do it, I enjoy it. You drink yours. They go, but that's not an energy drink as well. Yeah, it is. And at one point I actually sit there and point out on the label that it's like, such and such energy drink. He's like, oh, well, I don't class it as an energy drink, I just class it as juice, so it's not an energy drink. It's like, well, it is. So it's a bit like pot calling the kettle black. So I have that laugh with them. But they were sort of saying to me, they're like, because we talk about these things, and they're like, well, why don't you do like a playlist on all the flavours of energy drinks? I was like, well, I would, but I think you're watching somebody else that does that already. Because there is somebody out there that makes videos on social media that, as far as I can tell, is relatively popular. That already does that. It's like, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to say I'm copying them, because my taste would be different from theirs. In fact, I can tell you it is. But it's too close to copying them as well. Not something I want to do. But it's not to say there's not some sort of idea there that we couldn't do something similar to that, just maybe not the actual energy drinks, because, yeah, that is too close to what someone else does. And, yeah, they are. It's not just the fact that they're getting relatively popular, it's the fact that I enjoy watching what they do as well. So, yeah, there is that well, if I enjoy watching them do it, why wouldn't people enjoy watching me do it? The thing is I don't want to tread on someone else's toes. That already does it. I know folks are going, but you do vape oils, or vape liquids. Hundreds of people do that. Yeah, hundreds of people do. And yeah, maybe I'm sort of copying them a bit, but I'm making it my own thing. I'm doing it my way. I'm not doing it the same way as them. Where I don't want to do that with energy drinks, because I don't see a way of making it my own unless I was to do it with the vapes, which I suppose I could do. There is some would mix well with vapes. But I'm not going to get diverted off track. It is a possibility of something I could do. A side part to the vapes and booze review. Vapes and energy review. You never know. But, no, so I do talk to people about new playlists and what I could do and try and change things up a bit. Unfortunately, to answer someone else's question that they PM'd me on my Facebook about at one point, the reason why you've not seen many drone videos of late is, at the moment, I don't have the drone. I'm not going to go into that, but I don't have it at the moment. So that's going to be again something I'm going to look at in the future, is try to get another drone. And it wasn't crashed or anything like that, it's still in one piece. It's still out there, just it didn't quite work out the way it was meant to, so unfortunately I had to give it back. So, unfortunately I don't have it at the moment. That's not to say I won't get it in the future or get another one, because I did quite enjoy having that. So there is the possibility of getting them back, but that won't be for quite a while yet because they are expensive, especially if you want a good one with loads of batteries and things like that. So hopefully that answers your question to that a bit better. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I think that's going to be about it for this video. I mean, there's not too much to really say. I'm sort of rambling on because I'm absolutely shattered. I mean, I'm actually trying not to fall asleep in my seat before I film this. But it is what it is at the moment, and I'm going to draw an end to it there, so, because I've not got too much to say. So, I'm going to go, I'm going to put this on the computer, edit it, and try and get it uploaded. And so hopefully I'll be live on time, so yay! Because, yeah, I've still got the LB videos to record. So, until next time, don't forget, be smart, be safe, think others, and peace!